Yo, what up, world? It's your boy, DJ, aka Gems. Welcome to the Spiritual Gems podcast, where we perceive reality from a higher mind. I know it's been a minute. Just been on my own healing journey. You know, that shit can get a little hectic and crazy. But we still here, doing the things, doing the work. I hope all has been well with you all since the last time you've seen me or we spoke. I felt kind of called and inspired to just kind of talk to you guys about pain. You know what's crazy is like the human mind likes to avoid pain at all costs, right? We don't like feeling uncomfortable. We don't like feeling hurt. We don't like feeling sadness. You know what I mean? We don't like feeling those, what we call negative emotions that we like to, put labels on, whether positive or negative, but we'll go with that just for, human understanding. We like to avoid pain, but like pain is honestly like your greatest teacher. Like pain is actually your biggest supporter. You know what I mean? Without it, you or we can sometimes stay stuck. You know what I mean? We can sometimes get lost in the sauce and forget who we are. These feelings that we feel, though they are negative and though they are uncomfortable, also remind us that we are alive. You know what I mean? And if everything is going the way that we want it, there would be no purpose to us growing. And we got to remember, as spiritual beings having a human experience, that we came here to grow in some way, shape, or fashion. And so I just wanted to remind you all that though it's uncomfortable, though it sucks at times, and it's okay to be sad, feel shame, you know what I mean, feel those negative emotions, they're here to teach you and remind you that you are here to feel, you are here to grow. And through allowing yourself the moments when you're down, when you're sad, when you're depressed, you know what I mean? Like, you're like looking at your life and you're like, yo, generally speaking, I don't really have much to complain about, right? Like, you're doing your gratitude, you're realizing that like I'm able-bodied, I have a job, I have whatever it is that you're going through. Either too, like that might not be so great. Maybe you lost a job, or maybe things aren't going great with your health. Like, you're still alive, right? Like, even though these moments like will bring you down, it will humble you, it will make you take a pause, but like allow yourself to feel that. Don't spiritually bypass the moment. Like, it's important to feel your feelings. It's important to understand that like these things are happening for you and not to you. And by me saying that, I'm saying that like it has a purpose. Your pain has purpose. I was just listening to something that kind of like sparked this thought where they talked about that, like, and it's really true. The suffering that I've been through, the things that I've healed, have allowed me to step forward and like be brave enough to share my innermost thoughts and feelings about these things. You know what I mean? And I've helped a bunch of people, just not only in my personal life, but whether that was like readings that I've done in the past, or just, like people around me who I end up through just random conversations, you know what I mean, speaking and channeling and helping them through whatever they're working through. My wisdom, the things that come from the things that I've been through pain, through suffering. You know what I mean? And it's not always like this. Like, it's ebbs and flows in life, peaks and valleys. And so by allowing yourself to feel, you can appreciate and be more in gratitude for the things that you do have. And don't get me wrong, even I like struggle with that shit sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, yo, this is some bullshit. It feels unfair. You know what I mean? But when I get through and past that, when I heal those things, I realize and I see the moment for what it is. I see that there's purpose to it. You know what I mean? And I'm able to do what I came here on this earth to do, which is to, just shine my light, be a presence, be a presence that allows people to remind themselves of who they truly are. And I get the comments that you guys leave. So shout out to y'all for all the wonderful comments that you guys leave. You know what I mean? There's no better feeling knowing that I've helped someone work through or get through a dark time, or just to remind them of who they are. Like, that's such a blessing for me. Like, I'm so grateful that I get to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that really touches my heart, because I know that this world, there's so much pain. I could feel it as I'm speaking to you. I'm getting emotional about that. So, like, pain has a purpose. The shit that I've gone through, the shit that I've healed, the shit that I'm continuing to go through and heal and work through and share, my wisdom with y'all in whatever way, or just, send love and spread love, or just be light in whatever way I can, just by posting myself online, is a real blessing, And so many of you are meant to maybe take the same journey, you know what I mean? Or maybe you're just going through a rough spot, a rough patch. It's summertime, you want to be traveling, you want to do the things, but maybe your finances ain't right now, or maybe you just got through a breakup. Whatever it is, I'm just here to tell you that, like, yo, your pain has a purpose. And spirit, God, your higher self, however you want to view it, source, is not putting you through this to punish you. Some of this stuff, this may not be for everyone, but some of this stuff is not necessarily karmic in terms of you did something wrong. A lot of the times it's just to teach you something, to help you learn, to help you understand that you are love, that you are on the road to, or on the route to your greatest version of self. That there is more for you out there. A lot of the times we get stuck in these little circles. I think about the relationships that I've been in the past, and I thought that person was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And even after those relationships, I, eventually found someone that had even more to add. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might be in a job and you're like, well, damn, like, I like the security of this field that I'm in, and, but spirit is calling you to something greater or something different. And you're like, but I make good money here. Like, there's no guarantees on this other side. Like, why would I leave that? And it's just like, yo, if that's what you're being called to do, maybe there's greater potential on this other side. It may require you to make some sacrifices. It may be uncomfortable. It may be a little painful at moments, but the greater good that's going to serve you, it will be worth it. Some of y'all are in relationships right now and you're like, but I don't know if I'll find somebody better for you, even though you're like being called to end the relationship. Do it anyway, because what you desires you, and it takes you getting out of that comfort zone, which can be painful at moments, for you to experience what's that greater thing. And it's not about chasing and the grass looks always greener. Yes, we know that, but if there's something in you that's calling you for something greater, you should sit with that. You should figure out, what is calling me to be greater and why. Is this something that's ego-based, or is this coming from my higher self? That's why we got to sit with ourselves and sit with the pain and sit with the uncomfortableness to find these answers and feel and intuit the solutions. And that's the work. That's the shit that's uncomfortable. That's the stuff that a lot of people don't have the bravery to do. Sacrificing what's comfortable, man, that could really be like some of the hardest things. Trust me. If anybody knows, I know. But I want to encourage you that you can do it anyway. And if you feel called, take actions on those things. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I really have for y'all today, man. Just don't give up. Keep your head up, chin up high. Know that you deserve and you are worthy. Know that God, spirit, your angels, your archangels, your ancestors, you know what I mean, your star being family, they're all with you, supporting you, guiding you, pushing you, because there's something greater for you out there that you are deserving of, that you are worthy of. You just simply need to make the choice and be determined that you are worthy of it, and begin to take actions on that. And it's uncomfortable, do it scared anyway. You know what I mean? Take the baby steps. It's not always about taking the great jump or leap. You know what I'm saying? Just all depends on the situation, So say you're transitioning to a new career field. Maybe you don't need to quit your job today, but maybe you start feeling out what you need to do next. and then just take the small steps of doing that. Maybe fixing your resume up, you know what I'm saying? Maybe searching into the job field or career field that you're meant to do, or whatever creative projects that you feel called to do. Maybe you start taking more action on that so you can get the side business rolling, begin to create your following, whatever it is that the spirit is pushing you to do. Like, just take the little small steps, yo. You don't have to like jump from A to Z, you know, just go A, B, C, D, just go sequentially, you know, just take the small steps, and you'll be surprised at the end what you'll be able to accumulate over time with attempting to be consistent, excuse me, because consistency matters. Consistency will lead you to progress, and sometimes consistency may be like posting once a month, yo, but what matters is like you're doing it. You're just doing what you're inspired to do. You're doing what you're being lovingly guided to doing by spirit, by God. Just follow that as best as you can. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'll probably do a separate video later about quantum leaping, because I'm going through a situation now and it's like, it's uncomfortable, but we'll dissect that another day. I also wanted to say real quick, for those of you who feel called, that, you know, are looking to maybe get more guidance, who are maybe trying to just figure some things out and just want more clarity, I will be putting a link in the description. I'm opening up like a smaller session for those people. We'll put some cards for you. We'll put some tarot or some oracle cards for you. You know, we'll channel a message. We'll maybe answer some questions that you have in a 30-minute session, so it's not as intense as my 90-minute session, because them 90-minute sessions could be like, it's almost like a mini ayahuasca journey. And so not everyone is ready for those types of intense kind of things. So I'm gonna put the link in the description, so if you feel called, tap in, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be happy to assist you. I'll be happy to connect with you. Like, this is what I'm here to do. So I'm really looking forward to connecting with you guys more on a consistent basis. So yeah, that should be live pretty much whenever this video drops. But yeah, man, I love y'all. Keep your head up. You know, I'm sending you a bunch of love and light, wishing you the best. Remember, you got this. Take the small steps. Your pain has a purpose. And we'll talk soon. Peace.